Crown the back-to-school champion parent with a Sagicor Bank unsecured loan.
The time by Sagicor Bank is...
Tonight in CVM News at 7, ready, set, almost go for national debates. JLP condemns PNP supporters' campaign behavior. PNP raises concerns ahead of the political debate. Sagicor awards $24 million in scholarships to 182 students. While in sports, discus thrower Ralford Mullings wins on Diamond League debut. Hello from Kingston, Jamaica. This is CVM News at 7 for Friday, August 22, 2025. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Curlin Brown. Well, with a little over 24 hours to go before the first of 3 national debates, preparations are 80% complete. Addressing a briefing for questioners and moderators on Friday, series chief producer Brian Sonjus says the production team wants the public to enjoy a good show. Meanwhile, moderators who have faced backlash in the past wanted to set the record straight about their role. Giovanni Dennis tells us more.
The Creative Production and Training Center CPTC at 37 Arnold Road in Kingston was abuzz with activities on Friday. Painting from top to bottom on the outside. Inside, journalists from several media houses gathered to get guidelines on the production ahead of the start of the 3 national debates. The set getting a facelift before the face-off.
How prepared is the team right now to host the national debates?
Oh, right now I think we're at about 8, maybe 7. The set is up, as you can see. Lighting is still being finalized. Today we met with all of the journalists who will be participating in the 3 debates. We're doing last-minute checks, editing promos, montages, bumpers, all the little bits and pieces that come together to put the show on. And by the end of today, we'll be ready. We could stage the debate tonight.
Brian Sonjus is a resource officer with the Jamaica Debates Commission and the lead producer-director of the debates.
So our role is to facilitate an environment where both political parties, in answering questions, can sell their ideas to the public, can tell the public what they're about, what they plan to do, how they plan to do it, but in a controlled environment as opposed to any other space that they may operate in. So there are specific questions that get posed that they have to answer, in their best way. And certainly for the public now to understand what the both parties are offering to them.
In the meantime, moderators who've been maligned in the past want the public to understand how timing the debate works.
Each team has a specific time to answer questions, whether it is a rebuttal to a question asked of the opposing team or the main question itself. And there are many times when obviously the debaters try to take advantage and go beyond the time that has been given to them. So you always hear the moderator cutting them off.
There's also a huge timer in the studio to remind each speaker about their allotted time.
Each debater has 90 seconds to answer questions from the journalists, and the point of the timer is to ensure that each debater knows how much time it is they have, as well as the moderator, so that everyone can get the fair opportunity to respond. And rebuttals are 45 seconds each.
The first debate about social issues starts at 9 o'clock Saturday evening and will feature Pernell Charles Jr., Kamina Johnson-Smith and Matthew Samuda for the JLP, while the PNP's team will be Damian Crawford, Raymond Price and Sophia Fraser-Binns. The second debate on the economy will be on Tuesday, August 26, and the leaders' debate will be on Thursday, August 28. CVM TV will have live coverage of all 3 debates, with our pre-show on Saturday starting at 7:30 and a post-show after the debate. Giovanni Dennis, CVM News.
Of course, Giovanni, you're also one of the questioners, so you're also in preparation mode.
Yes, we are indeed. And of course, the build-up to the political debate has been fraught with fighting between both political parties, both taking issue with the naming of some journalists who were listed to be questioners and moderators. And of course, in an unprecedented move, this was made public. And of course, the Jamaica Debates Commission had raised the issue with this. So all of this has added to the intrigue in the build-up to these debates starting tomorrow. Of course, CVM will have live coverage of the debate starting with our pre-show at 7:30 at the end of our abbreviated newscast. So you don't want to miss that. CVM's pre-show leading up to the debates from 7:30 to 8 o'clock tomorrow. And of course, the debates begins at 9.
Well, Amoy will also be playing a role that's later on for the second one, I think, is it?
Well, she will be there for all three
right.
debates as the social media questioner. So she will be taking the questions from social media and will be sharing those with the participants in the debate from each team throughout
Remind us, when
series.
will you be on again?
So I will be a questioner on Thursday. That's the leaders' debate. And of course, obviously, between Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness and Mark Golding of the PNP.
Well, welcome to the team, and right away you're going into the hot seat.
Yes.
All the best. Great, thank you. Well, in the meantime, both major political parties are expressing confidence ahead of the first debate. Senior member of the JLP Communication Task Force, Marlon Morgan, and PNP General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell both say their teams are ready.
In the upcoming Jamaica Debates Commission facilitated and organized debates. Of course, things get underway on Saturday with the social issues debate, where Pernell Charles Jr., Kamina Johnson-Smith, and Matthew Samuda are set to represent Team JLP. Our preparations as a team have been on in earnest, and we believe that we are ticking the key boxes and are fine-tuning our messages, because we are very clear that we stand on a record of achievement in addition to what it is that we are proposing to do on being elected to a third successive term of office.
Team PNP is prepared for the three national debates. The social issues debate commencing on Saturday. Senator Damian Crawford, Senator Sophia Fraser-Binns, and Raymond Price, they have been practicing for the better part of a month. We are fully prepared with our manifesto position around the issues that will be discussed in the debate. And of course, there isn't a JLP manifesto that we can debate, but nonetheless, we are prepared to go into that debate and to represent the views of the PNP and show the country as to how a PNP government will create a better life, a better quality of life.
At the same time, the People's National Party is raising concerns heading into the political debates without seeing the government's manifesto. The party's campaign spokesperson, Cleveland Tomlinson, describes the situation as unacceptable, even as his colleague, Donna Scott Motley, announces the party will be releasing a manifesto light on Monday.
People's National Party PNP campaign spokesperson Cleveland Tomlinson is raising alarm over the absence of the Jamaica Labour Party's JLP manifesto before the first round of the political debates. Tomlinson says it is woefully unacceptable for the governing party to enter Saturday's debate without presenting its plan and policies to the electorate. The PNP, which released its manifesto earlier this week, has been pressing the JLP to follow suit.
A debate is an opportunity to compare policy prescriptions and ideas. The Jamaican people will be robbed of the opportunity to assess in a critical way what the policy prescriptions from the Jamaica Labour Party are for the Jamaican people over the next 5 years. That cannot be accepted.
Meanwhile, opposition spokesperson Donna Scott Motley announced that the PNP will release a manifesto light on Monday. She explained that the document will serve as a companion to the party's main manifesto, providing voters with more concise and accessible version of the PNP's policy commitments.
Which is really ideas which we are taking from our present manifesto, but there are some which we will be introducing for the first time, simply because we know that those who accuse you of copying and pasting do so because they are experts at it.
Scott Motley also commented on the recent breach of journalists' names being leaked to the public in an article. The article listed names of journalists both parties objected to as questioners at the upcoming political debate. She clarified that the PNP did not blacklist any journalist, adding that journalists should also be concerned about the breach.
We have the highest regard for that profession, and we expect them to maintain very high standards. And the journalistic profession ought to be very concerned about that breach. Going forward in the debates, it's very important that all the journalists who participate are seen as being credible professionals.
Carla Ramdeen, CVM News.
The JLP has condemned what it describes as threatening and violent behavior of PNP supporters, including one who was charged for promoting violence on social media. Akeem Orit has more information.
At a recent media briefing held by the Jamaica Labour Party, senior member of the party's communication task force, Marlon Morgan, didn't mince words, calling out what he says is a troubling trend of threats being issued across constituencies, adding that the JLP does not endorse that kind of campaign behavior from the opposition.
We have been clear in the Jamaica Labour Party that we will not promote violence, irresponsible conduct, or attack democratic institutions in our beloved country. Team JLP does not promote or endorse bullyism in any way, shape, or form. And if inappropriate conduct manifests, we are prepared to hold our members and supporters to account and condemn any departure from the standards to which we hold ourselves.
Morgan went further, questioning whether the PNP is fit to govern Jamaica, arguing that the kind of conduct being displayed by its supporters reflects poorly on the party's ability to lead.
We have seen incidents which confirm that our main opponents, the opposition PNP, is neither suitable nor ready to govern Jamaica. Their utterances and general posture and attitude project arrogance. It reflects an egregious lack of principle, and it signals a willingness, as it were, to engage in acts of intimidation in apparent breach of the code, the political code of conduct.
Giovanni Skeen, otherwise called Mother Love, a clothes vendor from Balaclava, Northeast St. Elizabeth, was seen in a viral video promoting violence on social media. He has been arrested and charged. Senator Morgan urged Jamaicans to reject violence and intimidation and to ensure the upcoming elections are conducted peacefully. Akeem Oret, CVM News.
And we'll continue with the CVM News at 7 in just a moment.
Following is a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
The Jamaica Labour Party is doing more for your safety. Over the past 9 years, we've delivered the lowest murder rate in 30 years. We've strengthened our police force, and we've delivered landmark programs like the first government-run domestic violence shelters. The JLP is doing more for you, and we're not done yet. Proven results means peace of mind. Choose a safer Jamaica. Put your X beside the bell.
The proceeding was a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
We a bucket together when everybody out. Fried chicken we a pre-bucket for the crew. Share a bucket together, everybody go live. Spicy original when we online. Bucket together to the new dance craze. Taste explosion bursting with flame. When we a bucket together, it put you in a good mood. Every moment you share is finger licking good. Bucket together, come make we bucket together. Hey, bucket together, bucket together.
Did you know that you can vote without the new voter ID card? Once you're registered to vote, that is, your name is on the voters list, you can vote in the upcoming election. If you don't have your voter ID card, visit your polling station on election day and our trained election day workers will assist you. That was a message from the Electoral Office of Jamaica.
Thanks so much for staying with us. We welcome you back with other news. Motorists will have to pay more to use the toll road starting this weekend. And more specifically, the toll authority says the changes will take effect tomorrow, Saturday, August 23. Druselle Mills tells us more.
The increase for Highway 2000, Portmore Toll Plaza Class 1, current rate $360, proposed new rate $380. Class 2, current rate $660, proposed new rate $710. Class 3, current rate $1,090, proposed new rate $1,150. For the Spanish Town Plaza, Class 1 current rate $270, proposed new rate $285. Class 2 current rate is at $470, proposed new rate $530. Class 3 current rate $800, proposed new rate $850. At the Vineyards Toll Plaza, Class 1 current rate $730, proposed new rate $790. Class 2 current rate $1,100, proposed new rate $1,200. Class 3 current rate $2,200, proposed new rate $2,400. For the Maypen Toll Plaza, Class 1 current rate $240, proposed new rate $270. Class 2 current rate $390, proposed new rate $430. For Class 3 current rate $700, proposed new rate $770. Over on the North-South Highway or the Edward Seaga Highway, Caymanas to Ocherius Mami Bay, current rate Class 1 $2,735, proposed new rate $2,495, Class 2 rate $4,745, proposed new rate $4,990. Class 3 current rate $7,115, proposed new rate $7,485. Class 4 current rate $1,185 and proposed new rate $1,250. CVM News sought reactions from motorists regarding the increase. Some didn't wish to be on camera.
This is almost $1,200 every trip. So this is worse than the extortion guys. Because if the extortion guys is asking if you have $500 for the day, you can live with that. That is bigger than extortion.
Why we get scammed by the farmer, PNP government? Because we are suffering right now, pay toll.
Governments are wicked with the toll. And any government power, I sort of say, I don't sign already. Yeah. So anyhow, as long as we live, a white man are running.
I know like we want the bus safe for race, but we are running a service where we basically now make no money. I'm telling you.
Druselle Mills, CVM News.
Work is being done in Portland to advance national goals for modern sewage infrastructure and environmental protection. The Minister with responsibility for water, Matthew Samuda, explained the development and its proposed benefits. Kevin Black tells us more.
There are 22 million reasons why I am here this afternoon. And those 22 million reasons have been provided by the Tourism Enhancement Fund.
To tackle the pervasive sewage issue in Portland, a series of major wastewater infrastructural works have reportedly commenced in the parish. The construction of the Anchovy wastewater treatment plant will see the rise of 3 pumping stations and several kilometers of sewer mains, which will all help to manage disposable water. Speaking at the signing ceremony for the lift pump installation, Minister with responsibility for water, Matthew Samuda, shares the development will be beneficial to all who are affected by sewage-related issues.
Port Antonio is slated for massive development, but not massive development that changes the character of Port Antonio, but a sort of development that unlocks the true potential of her people. So I'm very happy and wish to extend my own thanks to the TEF and to the technical team at the Water Commission who have designed a particular solution to ensure that those within the vicinity of the craft village are able to have their sewage be lifted away from that space.
Minister Samuda says this is phase 1 of a 3-phase project which will continue the expansion of sewage and wastewater systems across townships. He explains the development is clear evidence of how committed his ministry is to serving the people.
Not to look at what is said, or rather not to listen to what is said, but to look at what has been done. Some $22 billion has been committed for this fiscal year. Not next fiscal year, not might come, not could come, not sound good. Is already underway for deployment.
He also emphasizes from the money being collected from customers of the National Water Commission, subsequent works will be funded and implemented.
Significant works being done by the National Works Agency of approximately $5 billion through SPARK, where we're making sure that we don't pave a road to go dig it up right after. So that includes works being done by JSIF of over $1.8 billion in the hills of St. James and hills of St. Elizabeth. That includes works being done by the NHT in old government schemes built before 1980. And we can go on, because the NIC is doing a significant amount of work.
Minister Samuda believes this work will be of great importance to the people of Port Antonio and surrounding areas. Kevin Black reporting for CVM News.
Stay where you are. We'll be right back.
The Jamaica Debates Commission presents the General Elections Debates in association with Scotiabank, For Every Future, Kendall, The Taste of Quality, Flow, NCB, Arc Manufacturing, Water, Lasca Foundation, Pan Jamaica Group, Miss Birdie, H&L Homes, and VM Group. See the 2 major political parties debate national issues live August 23, 26, and 28 at 9 p.m. It's a political must-see. Don't miss the General Elections Debates presented by the Jamaica Debates Commission. Watch, listen, decide, vote.
All registered electors are allowed time off to vote on election day. Under the law, every employer shall permit employees to be absent from work on polling day for 3 hours in addition to the normal lunch hour. This does not apply to employees who begin work at 10 a.m. or after, or end work at 2 p.m. or earlier. Remember, time off to vote on election day is your right. That was an important announcement from the Electoral Commission of Jamaica.
Let's spread the word around to let the world know that we are proud to be one republic. We on the road to republic. Well then, let's propel we nation moving forward in a new direction. True independence, that's the projection. No more dependency, it's the best plan. Yes, we know what's best for us, cause we want we country prosperous. So make we just pull together as the general public while on the road to republic. Let's spread the word around to let the world know that we are proud to be one republic. We on the road to republic.
A message from the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs.
We on the road to republic.
Thanks for staying with us here on CVM News at 7. The wave of teachers packing up and leaving the island may finally be slowing down, according to the Education Ministry. However, one stakeholder in the sector cautions it may be too soon to make that call. More from Amoy Harriet.
Permanent Secretary in the Education Ministry Dr. Kassan Troop last Friday during the press conference for the 2025 Caribbean Examination Council result.
But we are seeing a significant decline in the number of resignations this year. And we are seeing our teachers coming back home. You can clap.
According to research, roughly 489 teachers resigned between May and August of 2023. Last year, that number dropped to roughly 135. Now, it's unclear the exact figure for 2025, but Dr. Troop has seemingly suggested that it's fallen even lower. But President of the Jamaica Association of Principals and Vice Principals, Jennifer Williams, is insisting it's premature to make this assertion.
So we would see the resignations coming in last week of August into the first week of September. It is too early to make that call. It is really too early to make the call But I certainly agree with her as it relates to teachers coming back after 5, 6, 7 years. Yes, they are coming back. No doubt about it.
Still, Principal of Old Harbour High in St. Catherine, Linton Weir, agrees with Dr. Troop's assessment, noting that past trends point in this direction.
In the past, by this date, the 22nd of August, we would have seen more resignation in the past. I mean, by this time, the third week in August, I would have seen at least 5, 6 resignations. And I'm just happy that this is only one that I'm seeing so far. But let's see what is going to happen next week.
He believes the decline may be tied to growing concerns about the political climate in the United States, the top destination for educators who migrate.
I am of the opinion that many persons are waiting and watching to see, some of the things that Donald Trump is actually doing, because each day he presents something different. And I think that is why we're seeing a low reduction as it relates to the number of persons.
As for the teachers who return to the island, Ms. Williams says they do so after securing financial stability abroad. She argues higher salaries, among other things, must be a priority to keeping them in the island. Her remarks come amid the ongoing wage dispute between the teachers and the finance ministry.
You find also that if the government would implement a better package at the teachers' colleges, whether it is to pay the entire 3 years of teachers' college and then allow for them to have a bond of 5 years.
Amoy Harriet, CVM News.
Cybersecurity is taking center stage in St. James as residents of Glendavon and neighboring communities are being equipped with tools to protect themselves from cyber threats. Raymond Morrison picks up that story.
In an age where cybercrime is no longer the future, but the present, the government is rolling out the Cyber Smart Community Campaign in St. James. The aim? To arm residents with the practical tools, awareness, and the knowledge to defend themselves against cyber threats.
Cybersecurity is no longer abstract or distant matter. It is real, it is immediate, and it affects every Jamaican household, every Jamaican business, all the communities across the beloved country. Here in our wider society, Montego Bay is well known.
The message is especially timely for St. James, a parish with a reputation for lottery scamming and fraudulent activity. In June this year, the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF launched a 3-day operation dubbed Scam Done, Justice a Run. Over $28 million in cash and multiple high-end assets were seized in the parish. The operation, led by the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Branch, the Anti-Lottery Scam Unit, and several other agencies, highlighted the scale of cyber-related crimes that have tarnished Montego Bay's name.
But it reflects the impact of this digital age, where a young man can stay anywhere and call somebody in Australia and then have him send him some money to him in Jamaica. Many years ago, when the cell phone came on, I was able to stay in Argentina and call the Permanent Secretary in Kingston.
The campaign is not just about awareness, but behavioral change, creating communities that practice safe online habits, protect their bank accounts, and resist the lure of scamming.
Many people have a bank account. You'll find that at some point the money disappears and the value is gone. Because not only can someone easily access it inside the bank and move it around without your permission, anybody can come outside. I have a friend who sits at home and the bank calling, and I'm still looking at the screen and say, the money moving out. I had to call him and then find a way to intercept. That's what cybersecurity is all about.
With scammers constantly shifting tactics, the push to be cyber smart is seen as a matter of national security. The hope is that initiatives like this one will inspire residents to be the first line of defense against cybercrime in their homes, in their businesses, and in their community. Raymond Morrison, CVM News.
There's still more to come right after this. Stay with us.
together, it put you in a good mood. Every moment you share is finger licking good.
The Time by KFC is.
Buck it together, come make my buck it together. Buck it together, come make my buck it together. We a buck it together when everybody out. Fried chicken, we a pre-bucket for the crew. Share a bucket together, everybody go live. Spicy original when we online.
Buck it together to the new dance craze. Taste explosion bursting with flames.
When we a buck it together, it put you in a good mood. Every moment you share is finger licking good. Buck it together, come make we buck it together.
My name is Dahoni Adlam. I am 35 years of age.
I'm Ruby Smith. I'm 83 years of age. The house, what I really been into, it wasn't wholesome.
My house got burned down. It was terrible. I lost everything in the fire.
Ready? I sleep so happy.
I'm happy that I have somewhere again. The new social housing program, I am happy because it gives me a second chance and others as well.
The government, through the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, is building hope, one home at a time.
The Jamaica Debates Commission presents the General Elections Debates in association with Scotiabank for Every Future, Kendall, The Taste of Quality, Flow, NCB, Arc Manufacturing, Water, Lasco Foundation, Pan Jamaica Group, Miss Birdie, H&L Homes, and VM Group. See the two major political parties debate national issues live August 23, 26, and 28 at 9 p.m. It's a political must-see. Don't miss the General Elections Debates presented by the Jamaica Debates Commission. Watch, listen, decide, vote.
So glad you stayed with us. It's now time to find out what's happening on social media.
So, what's happening in our local social media spaces? We started a poll to ask our social media users, who do you think would make a better Minister of Local Government? Based on the current Andrew Holness cabinet and the Mark Golden Shadow cabinet, the choice was between Desmond McKenzie and Natalie Nita Garvey. The responses have been coming in hot. Let's take a look. At Scottman Records comments, if it's not broken, why fix it? Brother Desmond is very vocal and has been doing a great job in local government. He has earned his place there. At Black_Mama26 adds, Natalie right true, Desmond is getting old now. At Pottinger Nicola says, Desmond McKenzie is the best local government minister in history. At Morris_Steffi writes, Natalie is a good worker. At Outspoken.Sister adds, well, Desmond is for the people, even the homeless. Desmond all the way. At joy.read.56829 says, Natalie for sure. The hands that rock the cradle rules the world. At lovely_Darkin comments, the fact that Natalie don't know cemeteries falls under the local government ministry tells me she ain't the right fit. At simplymisha._writes, Nita Garvey with no bias, hardworking and truly dedicated to the people. And that's what's happening online. Stay tuned on our social media platforms as we explore what the public thinks about who would be the best ministers ahead of the 2025 elections. That's CVM TV on X, CVM_television on Instagram and Facebook. I'm Michael Paul.
Still more to come in a moment. And now a quick look at regional and international news.
We begin with news in the region. In Trinidad and Tobago, the increased U.S. tariff rate of 15% took effect on their economy from August 7th. Economist Dr. Valmiki Arjun says a large impact will be felt in the foreign exchange market. More from TTT News.
Foreign exchange access to be able to import these same quantities. That would mean that given the tight foreign exchange supply, the tight foreign exchange market in the banking system that we have been faced with for several years, it means that we could find several businesses having no choice but to increase the amount that they purchase in the black market. And if the demand for black market foreign exchange to be able to afford these more expensive items in the United States goes up, then it means that the black market rate in itself could possibly increase, because when the demand for black market forex increases, the black market suppliers could very well push up the price.
Economist Arjun says that there are several solutions to the problem, including negotiations for tariff reductions. He says that Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar has assured a team is looking at the situation closely.
Aim to secure tariff reductions, a reduction in this 15%, especially as it pertains to export commodity. Our main export to them, which is the energy commodities, also chemicals, manufactured products, processed foods, for example, that we would export to them also. We have to do them halfway by some kind of offering reciprocal preferential market access to U.S. products.
And in international news, even as the United Nations declares a famine, the Israeli military is calling up tens of thousands of reservists for its invasion of northern Gaza. It has ordered all doctors and healthcare workers to leave. The details from Al Jazeera.
Here, in these tents, Gaza's war-wounded wait for care that was once delivered in fully equipped hospitals. Now, field hospitals are the front line of survival. Fragile, improvised, yet indispensable. Doctors Without Borders has set up emergency facilities where medicine is rationed and every procedure is a battle against scarcity. These tents are neither permanent nor sufficient, but without them, countless lives would be lost.
In terms of the injuries that we see, for example, in our clinic here, we see many people with orthopedic injuries, so crushed limbs, gunshot wounds as well, burn injuries from people who have gotten injured by strikes. What we're seeing as well, that it's very difficult for these people to heal, including because of the hunger crisis that we see here in Gaza City. People do not have access to sufficient food, which means that their wounds are not healing the way they should.
The Palestine Red Crescent Society has made the same compromise with reality. The tents now serve as operating rooms and wards taking in victims of bombardment and of Israeli fire on civilians seeking food and aid.
Al Mawasi Field Hospital has a capacity of 60 beds. We operate in a very densely populated area, full of displaced people. We receive enormous numbers of patients injured by Israeli bombardment or shot while trying to get food, which consumes most of our medical supplies. We're still battling to continue providing medical services to our people.
These makeshift hospitals exist because Gaza's healthcare system has been dismantled by Israel.
That's it for regional and international news. I'm Kevin Black.